Hi there, I'm Dave Holland. I just want to take a few minutes to go over a few fundamental things about playing the bass. One of the most fundamental things I think I'd like to start with is to do with posture, because posture is all about your relationship to the instrument and efficient use of your energy and the weight of your body, transferring it into the instrument. I like to play standing up, and for the reason that for me, I like to have some mobility in the way I move with the instrument. When I first started playing, I used to play a lot with my right foot, the weight on the right foot. It's quite a common thing for bass players. There's several reasons why I think we should rethink that idea. The first thing is, of course, just in terms of playing durability. If you spend 50 years standing on one foot, you're going to have some problems. But the other thing is that this idea of weight transference from one foot to the other is quite important in terms of how you address the instrument. I try to keep the center of my focus here in the solar plexus, not up here in the shoulders. When you're playing the instrument, you don't want to hold your shoulders and feel the center is up here. And I want to feel the full grounding of my body from the feet up. The other thing is to play the instrument and not have to hold it. So I try to find a way where the instrument is supported itself. For me, what I do is that the back corner of the instrument is against my knee, and that way it can be stable without having to hold it. That gives your hands freedom to move around the instrument. When you're moving up and down the instrument, if you're standing on one foot and you're going into the high position, you're in opposition, right? There's no way to get the energy over into this thing. So when I'm playing in the higher positions, my weight transfers over to the left. So there's a movement like this. And you may notice that as I move, the instrument kind of comes towards me. So rather than going towards the instrument, I bring the instrument into the body a little bit more by moving my hip back, and that brings the instrument closer to me. You can practice this very easily by just going like this, and then back again. So this whole question of the body is something to be really aware of when you're practicing and when you're playing, and it's something you need to establish in your practice work. Being aware of relaxation. Relaxation is a huge part of it, because if you're not relaxed, the muscles are tight, the energy won't go through to your hands, and your movement is restricted. Just as an athlete, if you're trying to throw something, if your hand is tight and your arm is tight, you don't get the full flexibility and weight behind the throw. It's the same with playing an instrument. I'd like to move on now to sound production, because I think one of the first things a musician has to consider is sound and tone and what you want to sound like. And sound comes from both hands. It's not just the right hand that produces the sound in the pizzicato. It's also the left hand and how strongly it's seated on the fingerboard. So a lot of work has to be done in order to make sure that you get a good contact with the fingerboard and the string is well seated, so that you get a good resonance out of the note. Now, of course, I could go into further detail about hand position and the elements of pizzicato, and at a later date we'll have a video posted which will deal with those specific subjects. They take a little bit more time to develop. But as you can see, a lot of it is about being aware of what's going on physically, not just having a mental approach to practice in terms of what you're practicing, the notes and so on, but while you're playing, being aware of what your body feels like and how the instrument is feeling. I hope you find this helpful. Thank you very much.